This is Coach Mark Marquez. This is his bobblehead, and I did day 9 of the 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest, which was Sunday. This video is meant to get you comfortable with AI at a level that's low technical, very approachable, and has a good amount of comedy inside of a video explaining a low goal to have, which is, hey, can we use AI to maybe get a free vacation? That's what the purpose of this video is. Let's get into it. Bullet point number 1. We're DJing up shit in the way that this is not going to require you to spend $500 on a workshop. You're not going to actually have to spend any money. You're just going to have to take notes using this one video. For example, the first line of notes that you should take is day 9 of hashtag 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. Before you say, oh, well, I'm going to need to hear a bunch more juicy stuff that I can win with before I even write anything down, don't make that mistake. Assume that what I'm going to be dropping is going to be useful. Have you met me before in person? I'm Larry Chiang. How are you? If we've never hung out before, this is a terrific first time because we're going to be taking things that are seemingly trash and turning it into treasure. Was this a free giveaway at a baseball game? Yes. Did this bobblehead resell for thousands of dollars? No. But that doesn't mean it's not valuable. Finn, what's up? How are you? Is this pillow seemingly average? No. It's seemingly awesome. What we're doing with AI is we're taking morsels. I don't want to say shit, but we're taking little tidbits of things, a library card on a keychain. We're taking things that are in and around the universe, in and around the floor of our room, in and around YouTube videos, where we're taking a YouTube video. Why can't I pin this? Anyway. Hi guys, how are you? Seemingly taking a YouTube video where you're like, who is this Asian guy in a cowboy hat? Will you take a screenshot and take the screenshot and turn it into these bullet points? Number 1, if AI is so amazing, why can't I use AI to go on a free vacation since I don't have a ton of money to spend taking myself and my girlfriend on a vacation? Because what if you used AI with a pen and paper to say, really? No. Really? Somebody said the exact same thing? I actually do believe it. This is why. Some people, when you mention AI, and then they study it for a little bit, and then they say, oh my God, this is all just a bunch of shit. Or it's all bullshit, bullcrap. When you have that, but then later you come back to it and you're like, this is actually legitimate, but how do I get started? Because have you heard the saying where AI is helping rich people get richer and it makes poor people poorer or dumb people dumber? That's demoralizing. What's invigorating and awesome is, what if you used AI to build confidence? I'm not going to say free vacation because now it sounds like I'm going to sell you a course on a free vacation. No. What I'm persuading you to do is to take this video, screenshot it, and come back to it. Why? Because let's start bullet pointing. You know what? Let's just start bullet pointing, because this video is a standalone video. There's no workshop. There's no anything other than this video. So, a vacation. Using your imagination, which is the limiting factor, because if we have scarcity mindset, AI is going to not solve your negative attitude. Not that you have a negative attitude, because we're hanging out, so you have a positive attitude, which is the limitation of your imagination. Free vacation. Let's say you say, oh, I want a free vacation to Super Bowl. So when you say I want a free vacation to the Super Bowl, that's pretty lofty and still yet possible. But there are some interim steps before you attend Super Bowl. Or if you're just hitting the YouTube comments thinking that I can't speed read while you post paste copies of work that I don't think is original content, because it feels like it's pasted from a disconnected conversation, which is why we're taking that inappropriate comment and DJing it right back into free vacation for Super Bowl, which is this. Going to the Super Bowl and everything that's the Super Bowl vacation, that's $40,000, $50,000, $80,000. Step one is you're not going to go to the Super Bowl February 7, 2026. You're going to go to the Super Bowl in early February 2036, but you're going to iterate 2026, 2027, 2028, and you're going to get closer and closer and closer to your ultimate Super Bowl vacation. This is what your Super Bowl vacation looks like year one, February 6, 2026. Because remember, we're using AI to do a free vacation. Somebody said Super Bowl, and we're DJing even in the comment of that inappropriate sexual comment meant to throw me off my game. And with AI, you can't be thrown off, which is we get better and better and better Super Bowl vacations. So initially, we're not going from Friday to Monday and being a VIP. Initially, we're going to go to the Super Bowl Wednesday to Thursday, and we get to go to some fan-related events and some events the week of the Super Bowl. Because remember, on Monday, the Radio Row launches, and there's a week of Super Bowl parties. So we're using AI to win a free vacation, because we're asking AI, hey, can you make $201? Can I use AI to make $201? Can I use AI to get a free vacation? That's why we're baby stepping AI to this conclusion, which is setting the bar at $100 or $800, so that way we build confidence when other people say, oh, AI is just a bunch of crap. Then we can say, well, I watched a Larry Chiang video. I actually ended up getting $100. This is one of the ways, which is we write down in a notebook, hey, how can I make $201 using the free version of Claude? OpenAI, Grok 3, because later we're going to invest not in Larry Chiang stuff. Hi, I'm Larry Chiang. We're going to invest it back into a Claude subscription for $80, a Grok 3 subscription for $50, or an OpenAI subscription for $200. What I'm talking about is using AI in a baby step way, where the prompted question of what in the world are you talking about could be looking at the title of Larry Chiang walks you through baby steps for AI. These are the baby steps that are to be done, because most people, how are they watching this video? They're kind of coming in late, they're kind of distracted, they're scrolling video to video. Whereas, what if you committed to asking this question? Can I rewatch this video and have it snowball into $400 revenue with $0 invested? $0 today, $0 in the future. Where typically we go from video to video saying, oh, I know what you're going to talk about. I don't need to watch the rest of the video. Or we go from video to video and then we say, that's a really cool video. I'm going to bookmark it so that way I'll watch it 2000 never. What if we decided during the video, oh my gosh, this is AI baby steps. I've been hearing about AI. Everybody agrees that artificial intelligence is going to be ridding people of jobs or winning at whatever, baseball, winning at, no, we're not going to be investing. Okay, so this is what everybody wants to do when the money's going to come in, is they want to add another step, which is, oh, am I going to need to buy a course? No. All you needed and have ever needed is a library card. And then when people are like, oh, it's boring, that's when people are like, I don't want to use my porn brain or my ADD brain into this new drug called money revenue. You don't have to have money. It's not that you're broke. It's that you have scarcity mindset, because you don't need money to make money. This has been a terrific video, and I don't encourage you to rewatch any video. But I will be saying this true fact, which is a hat tip to this crazy guy who is awesome, which is this. Ten people who watch and use this video will make $300 risking no money. And you can use that $300 to visit Miami during Art Basel. In fact, let's up it from $300 to $350, because you can take the bus from New Orleans to Florida during December for Art Basel, and you can win at Art Basel, which is basically a free vacation to Miami. It's not 5-star hotel. It's 36 hours, including the bus ride, to Miami. But Art Basel takes place every year. And are you using AI to win at Art Basel, which is where rich people go to party? You could. You could. What you're doing with AI is you're front running the calendar. Oh, that sounds like a cool thing. I didn't know about Coachella. I didn't know that New York Fashion Week is September 7 to 18. I didn't know. But if you knew ahead of time and then could plan to help other people get ROI, you don't even need to go to New York City to facilitate connections. Would you, not you, but you're asking a rich person, for Osaka World Fair? Did you guys even know about Osaka World Fair? That's happening August 10 through 17. No, you didn't. Osaka World Fair is August 10 through 16 in Osaka, Japan. That's the World Fair where the coolest shiitake in the world is going to be debuting there. Being able to experience the World Fair over the internet is a way to experience it, right? What if you could help companies that are trying to get return on investment on the $500,000 that they've already spent by spending with you less than $1,000? And the way that the money works using AI is you ask, hey, Grok 3 or Larry Asian Intelligence via text message, 650-283-8008. What are cool things that I can do to get a free trip to Tokyo the week before Osaka? Because get it? You're connecting Tokyo to Osaka. This is so easy. This is so easy to do because people forget. And no, it's not about money or investing. It's about taking notes and prompting. This is the whole video in a nutshell. Prompting. Can you prompt your own brain before prompting your way into AI? Prompt is a form of pre-interaction with artificial intelligence. So can you prompt AI with a little bit of preparation? Can you PQRST the information before it hits general consensus? General consensus is, oh yeah, that's obvious. What is not obvious is the 15 to 19 minutes of content that is presented in this video. Can you take the things that you learn from AI and publish it to a web page? It turns out most people can't. Can you take the information from this YouTube video and curate notes onto a web page? It turns out most people can't. Can you remix this video into 15 seconds of reaction? It turns out most people can't do remixing because they lack the confidence and they ask questions that are paralytic in nature and not flow. Flow is flow state, where you're entering flow state and you're entering flow state. So you're not in flow, you're saying, oh, well, with all these things going on, does that mean I need to go to college and finish my degree? Because I didn't do that. No, I'm not saying go finish your degree. And people, they come up with all these excuses for why they can't rewatch this video undistracted with pen and paper and say, hey, can I try to make less than $600 using one video without having to go to Stanford University or without having to go to Y Combinator? June 16 and 17? Or are you going to apply to Y Combinator AI Startup School on June 16 and 17? Or are you going to use AI to guess the 11 speakers' content? Because I can totally guess what these people are going to say. I can totally guess what they're going to say. I can guess like 90% of it. And then using AI, I can probably guess another 95% of it. But then when I watch it, I'll have prompted with questions so that way YC AI Startup School won't be a pure surprise. And then after the videos that are live streamed for free get launched, guess what? 30 days later, people are going to forget. That's why I'm not going to forget, and I'll be asking, hey, how can I take that awesome content and maybe make $900 using YC AI Startup School? I'm Larry Chiang, and I collect things on what they don't teach you in school. And using AI to make $201, I think, is a